Cool. Um,
Excuse me.
you are in the well, the saying it's an old west town might be a bit misleading because it's an old west town, but out east feel,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. It's more of the
Yeah, yeah,
built
yeah.
up type town. It's got a low wall surrounding it. The fortress wall isn't all that high. It's I think I said something like 5 meters or something. I mean, you can't quite jump up and grab the top, but it's not all that high, and it's looking as though this area is very much under construction. It's looking like these furry creatures of many different types are extremely industrious and constantly working on building things and such. Um, were you staying with? Actually, where did we leave you last? Because I remember. Um,
Um,
did you
we were
did
at
you rescue what's his name?
so we were staying at Simon's place initially.
Yeah.
We were going to be we were looking for another place to stay, but we kept getting distracted by other events going on.
Nothing will distract you this time. It shows a comet heading toward the town. uh,
So yes, so we were staying with Simon. I think 2 nights.
oh, that's right. You'd come up with
Three.
the fucking
I was
gift for the lizard. You bought the bird.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We got the potion to
Hmm.
suppress the lycanthropy.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. That
we
the oh I forgot on the potion. And good news for you because it may make your essence go because I believe you were the alchemist on that.
Yes, yes, I was.
Give me an essence times three roll to imbue it with some sort of magic shit.
Okay. Essence times 3, so that's going to be that.
Good luck. We're all counting on you. This is the part that
Mm.
actually makes it work, as opposed to it's a bad tasting concoction of herbs.
Essence by 1.
Oh, take a check in essence then. Um, right. Yes, the guy is freakishly grateful to you guys. Pretty much, if you wanted to just live, if you told him, look, we need you to go build a new house for yourself. We like this one and we're taking it. You're pretty sure he would do it
Yes.
without hesitation or fail. Um, yeah, pretty much. It's like I'm gonna need to raise your son as though he was my own. You don't have one? Go make one. I will raise the baby and you will not see him anymore. He might do it. So, yeah, he's pretty goddamn grateful. Um, he does have a thing that he would like to do, though. He's basically helping to fund the effort. But he mentions it to you because he's not asking for your help or anything. He's mentioning it because he's helping to fund it and he's
Mm-hmm.
pleased with it. The local governor named Fijo Lashi has
Mm-hmm.
hired a guy named Rupert to quickly find something special and unique that they can give to Princess Danny as a gift because the governor likes to keep the royal family well pleased with her. She's a female governess. She's a
Yes.
governess, I guess.
Yes.
Um, but they've come upon something that Simon's not really well pleased with what they've come up with as a gift to give to Danny because basically the people decided to steal one of the totem poles of the Indians.
Yeah, of course they did.
They're
That
so
always
19th century.
that always goes down well, doesn't it?
Yes. And essentially, they're going to be going off to go get it and try to sneak it back without the elves noticing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and then sticking the goal is to stick it on the ship, and then go. The problem is that it's basically like trying to move a very stout tree that's about 20 meters tall.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a little totem pole. It's a big fucking totem pole because this is still the age of bigger is better. And they want
Yes.
to impress her. And so they're giving her basically a 20-meter tall cock, saying, "Aren't you impressed with this?"
Yep.
And he's asking if you have any ideas for how they can pull this off.
By not doing it.
Unfortunately, this Rupert guy told the
It's a
governor
bad. It's
or
a bad
governess.
idea.
Yes, but he told the governess, and now she's fixated on it because won't it be impressive? Because apparently it's not just a normal totem pole; it's a very special totem pole.
Of course, it has to be something of specialty of significance to him.
Yes. And Simon looks at you and says, "It will be significant."
Yes.
And later you'll remember when he told you this, and then you'll fart and kill the dog. But
Yes.
in the meantime, um, he's like, "Do you know of a way to sneak an oxen team out there?"
Sneak an oxen team out there.
Yes.
Um,
They're almost childlike in their fucking
naivety.
yes. Yes, that is the word there. And you're like, I can't fucking believe that I gotta deal with this.
So how do you go about doing stuff with the mines that are in the Elvish territory?
Well, he snuck a team of badgers out there because badgers are amazing diggers. And essentially they are, their only problem is that every now and then they leave a bit of a scrum or whatever it's called on the outside, the stones and shit, to let you know there's a mine right there. They try not to. They try to haul it away, but it's dangerous coming and going from the mine. So they're pretty much working on making like an underground base because the elves, they don't mind going into natural caves, but they don't even go into those that far. They just don't like the underground for whatever reason. Nobody's bothered to figure out why. They just take it as a, as written type thing. Why is the sky blue? They don't know. They just know.
The elves don't like going underground. That's interesting.
Yeah. So what the badgers try to do is basically make a whole underground deal where there's like forges and stuff like that so that they can come up with iron ingots.
Okay, and then what? Bring those back by hand as such.
Yes.
As opposed to bringing heaps of it back.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, it's a one-stop shop and such. They have no idea why the elves don't want to go underground. He's sure that despite the area being riddled with deep natural caves, that there's nothing that could possibly go wrong. There's no creatures or whatever that seem to be down there. So he's like, we'll be free to dig as deep as we need to.
Yes. Because there's nothing down there that the elves don't want to disturb. Besides what they're already doing, disturbing stuff.
Also, he he does mention that the elves are starting to get to be more of a pain in the keister. He's not sure what's going on to rile them up so much. As he's saying this, the camera cuts to like where they're offloading more cannons from ships and hauling them into the fortress and such, and mines going on and whatnot. He thinks it's just the elves' time of month type of thing. They're pretty clueless.
So did the elves sell the Genovians? Genovia, yes. Did
Hmm.
the elves sell the Genovians some land?
He says, well, oddly enough, they did, but and then Genovia paid the price. It was a small price too. We got a really good deal on it. But then later we found out that the elves that sold it to us were not, in fact, the elves that lived here.
Ah,
Much as in American history and possibly Australian history, the people selling the land had nothing to do with it. They merely collected their bounty and went off. But the people buying it said, we have a receipt and a flag. Do you have a flag? They said, no, no flag, no country. So,
mm-hmm.
yes. Yeah. So the elves
And
seem to be getting more and more angry.
yes. So the local elf population, the local tribes. Did the local tribe have have a name at all? Out of curiosity.
They don't know what it is because it's Latin and Latin's really hard for these guys apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, and plus they don't really care.
Okay.
I mean, at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, this is our land. Anything close to the seashore is ours by right of bombardment. Look, bombardment
Yeah.
barges. All right.
Yes. All right. So
Mhm.
you guys came in, invaded, took their land.
No, no, not invaded. He says, you guys are having wine and such, and there's a
Yeah.
guy dressed as a butler with like a duck's head or whatever, giving you guys wine, and he's like, bought the land.
Okay. So let me put it to you a different way. The elves say I got a deed from the elves saying I own all of this area, and I turned up and said, "See, this is my proof of purchase."
Yes.
I'd then kick you all out, could I?
Uh,
Because I just said because I got something saying I own this
oh,
area,
well, we bought it first.
but then I've bought it.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to buy it from us, you see. He's
Why would I
now
have to buy it
trying to
from
explain
you?
it to you
Why would I have to buy it from you?
because it's
You didn't
ours
buy it from
already.
you didn't buy it from the elves that live in this area. So why would I have to buy it from you?
He looks totally confused, like he is just not getting it. No, you'd have to buy it from us, he says.
Yes. All right.
You should water your wine a bit more. You're obviously drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks you're a good old chap.
Yes.
You can tell. Oh, give me a psychology roll.
Psychology. Yeah, that's what I thought. Where's my die? Where's my button?
Always roll first, Pete.
Yeah, no, I was leaving. No, critical
See?
fail.
See? Oh, critical fail. Wow. Yes, you believe that they're incapable of learning new things. So they will believe what they wish to believe and are incapable of learning anything new.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Good stuff.
Yes.
But he says, fortunately, the elves will never raise firearms and such because they're made out of iron. And if iron is left along the elves too long, they get sick. This could be one of the things that irritated them is we'd given them a bunch of gifts when we first moved into the area, and many of them got sick and died.
How quickly do they get sick from iron?
Within well, quickly. They several of them had died off within a month or so.
Okay. So, but I mean, if you were to sit next to an elf with iron on you, they would not immediately start getting ill.
We've never really tested it, but I don't think so.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it's a more of a long-term type poisoning effect.
It could be. I'm not sure. We're actually doing them a favor by taking all of the iron out of the hills. That way they won't get sick from it.
Yes, of course.
We're
Do
doing them a
their
service.
do their undead get affected by iron as well?
No, they're already too sick.
Okay.
Yes. So what is it you're planning on doing? Because you don't strike me as the kind of person to sit on their laurels and such, Mr. Australian. What is it you plan on doing here?
Well, that's an interesting question, and I was bubbling some thoughts in the back of my head about that, and
Ooh,
the more I'm hearing, the more I'm contemplating moving on.
we would be honored to have somebody of your keen intellect and bravery to stay here and uh, do things. Yes.
Yes, yes, but but I'm starting to think that events will be giving all the people here their just desserts and make everybody very happy.
Oh, would you like dessert?
No, 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 no. So I'm contemplating whether
Emotions toward the duck who goes to begin preparing dessert. Oh, I had no idea.
yes,
I'm so sorry.
my dilemma is I think things are going to be going a particular direction, and it's a matter of whether or not I sit back and watch and or do something about it or
Oh,
just leave.
hmm. I don't know,
No.
but you'll always have a place here, and if I can do anything to make your stay more comfortable.
Yes. No, I quite understand that.
Shall we take our brandy on the roof?
Certainly. Why not?
Yeah, he has like a porch type thing set
Yeah,
up
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
roof. You guys are sitting there talking about this and that. In the distance, you see something very unusual. Give me a spot hidden roll to make sense of these strange lights in the sky.
Strange lights in the sky.
If you
Okay.
have anything like binoculars or whatever, that would be a big help. He doesn't.
Not on me, I don't believe. Just double checking my gear now. No, I do not.
All right.
Do you have a telescope or binoculars handy, Simon?
Ooh, he
You don't come
rolls
up
his
here with a
competency.
telescope
He's
and look at the stars at all?
shit. Let me see here. He says, yep. He has an old telescope that may help a bit.
Okay. I'll see with the old telescope and work out.
Okay,
Excuse me. Have a look, see if that
right.
will assist.
Yes. How'd you do on your spot hidden?
I had failed it by
Try
a
again with the telescope then, because simply trying to knuckle the
yeah,
distance and darkness into your eyeball didn't work. So
yeah, no, they
you're
can't
not sure,
quite
but
work it out.
you think you might be seeing gouts of flame in the darkness in the distance.
What's over
Uh,
in that direction, Simon?
he looks and he goes, "It appears to be fire in the sky."
Yes, yes, yes. But is there anything in particular over there?
Just forest and such. It's wild and uninhabited, as far as I know.
So we're talking to the west, to the east.
This would be to the northeast, as southwest is mostly ocean. You
Hmm.
guys are kind of in the area where Los Angeles would be, or San Angeles in your thing. So pretty much anything west is wet.
Okay. Is that in? Oh well, the princess couldn't quite remember where she saw the portal, so it's going to be. I was just trying to work out if it was in the direction of where the portal was, but we didn't actually see it. We just went by what she said.
Yes, correct. But also, whatever you're seeing is pretty high up in the sky. Give me another spot hidden to catch a little bit of the other thing
Yeah. Um.
as you peer through the telescope.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I had something like astronomy or something. No, I don't have it. Well, I've got it at
Now,
base, but yeah.
it's not the stars. If the stars start spouting gouts of fire, you will know that things are not well.
Well, who knows in this place? You never know.
That's a good
Um,
point,
I'll
actually.
I'll spend a skill plus 5 just to
Ooh.
just to get rid of a card that will also cause me to fail.
Yay.
Ooh,
Oh,
no, I passed by Buku.
nice. Way to use
By
Japanese slang in there. No problem. Yes, you see a gout of fire staying high, and then another gout going "Whoo," like that, and you think you see a fucking the gout of fire may be coming from some sort of big lizard or dragon as it crashes to Earth. And in fact, when it hits, you feel a slight tremor.
Okay, so there's a dragon out there breathing out balls of fire which are coming down, hitting the ground. Is that what you mean? Or
Well,
is it, or was the
your
thing,
guess?
was the flame falling down the dragon and something else had shot it down?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an evidence analysis roll as you go. What does this all mean?
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if you meant that something was shooting the dragons down,
Well,
or if,
there was one gout of fire that stayed up, and the other one went, "Wee," and
yeah,
it
yeah.
seemed to be a dragon.
Crit.
Crit. Your guess would be a couple of dragons having it out, flying around with fire.
Okay. Do you get dragons around here often, Simon?
What? He says, his monocle pops out. What?
Dragons.
Uh, no. Are there dragons here? He looks like around. He's like, should I be on the roof? What should I do? Should I panic?
Well, I
I'm
think
not
that's what
sure.
I think that's what's going on over there. Looks like some dragons having a bit of a biff.
With your critical, you're going to guess that it's also 50 kilometers away. And with your critical, you're pretty sure if you wanted to go out there, you could find it. Of course, it
Okay.
is 50 kilometers through elf infested fucking territory.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Yes.
he looks a bit panicked, but then is distracted by the butler serving you guys dessert on the roof while you sip your brandy.
So
Apparently, he's easily distracted by these things.
yes. So how rare are dragons?
I've never heard of dragons in the New World here.
How rare are they back in the home country?
Oh, they were all killed off centuries ago by Lady Rittenhouse's fancy pearl pistols.
Okay, so Lady Rittenhouse is centuries old, is she?
Oh, no, she's not. She came within my lifetime. He looks very confused by this. Oh, give me a another psychology roll as you delve deep, or you could also use sociology.
No, it's all right. I failed, and I don't have any of those.
Thank God. Right, you're not sure what's up, but he looks baffled by the question.
Okay, so he doesn't seem to notice or understand the conflict in the difference in the two things he said.
But also, you haven't been around town much, but you have not seen any churches or places of worship yet.
Mm-hmm.
This does strike you as a bit peculiar, as you know.
Well, most of the exclamations seem to be about actual people, not about a divine being or beings.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yes, it is.
But he says, well, let's eat our dessert, drink some more brandy, and then get inside before any dragons come and kill us.
Yes. But if that potentially would be a better present for the princess.
A dragon? It's too far away. There's no way anybody could get there and haul back an entire dragon carcass.
Well, you wouldn't bring back the whole carcass. Like, you just bring back the head or the teeth or the claws or something. Because I mean, if dragons have been wiped out centuries ago, things like their teeth or their claws would be a very unique and rare item.
If you want to go and get it, because I'm not sure where it is, and I certainly am not going to get it, and you may be one of the few people that knows where it is, I would be happy to fund that expedition.
Okay. I just think it'd be a better present than stealing somebody's totem?
Oh, she'll probably get both. But if you want to try for the dragon's head, that would be quite a feather in your bonnet. I made an Indian joke, he says, nudging the butler. Goes, very good, sir.
Yes.
Oh, he seemed rather pleased with himself.
Yes.
You're thinking these fucking furry guys are a bit racist as well.
Yep. That is for sure. All right.
The sad thing is that they're not really any more racist than 19th century Americans.
No.
Sad.
But the difference there is the 19th century Indians didn't have big, powerful magic and weren't summoning up a horde of undead to take back their land.
That could never possibly happen.
Yes.
Oh man. So yeah. Plus he says if there was ever any problem, we would merely send for help.
And how long would that take?
About a month or two. Quick.
How much food does the fortress have? How much supplies?
I am not sure. The commander would know. But they're always keeping extra and such, you know. Yes, that's part of the tax the farmers pay. I know that I pay 20% tax. I'm sure they do as well, and things seem to grow rather well here.
Things grow in the land quite well indeed. All right.
You guys eventually finish up your dessert, your brandy, and then he bids you good evening. He's going to go in. I don't know if you want to sit in on top of his house on the nice flat part of the roof and brood, moodily smoking a cigar and watching the ominous and way too close by forest, or if you'd like to, well, I mean, it's a ways off, but you know, it's pretty much the forest ends where the ships can bombard.
Yes.
The maximum range. You know, that's the beginning and end of the forest. It looks like it used to be a lot more coverage, but you know, wood makes nice homes and walls, and you can burn it and smelt metal and stuff. So you know, the ancient forest gets the chop.
Yes.
So, what would you? Anything else for the evening, or skip to the next day?
No, I'll skip to the next day. I was contemplating various options, just working out if I want to do it or not.
No problem. Ahoy wants to sleep in your room tonight.
Of course, he does. So, a question for you, Word.
What?
So, if I was to go away for a few days.
The bird begins shifting back and forth and farting in a panic.
Yes.
I'll go with you.
I'm going into the forest.
Can you bring the house?
No. Not that I know of, anyway. I don't believe these owls can grow legs and walk. Not that I've seen, anyway.
Can you make it grow legs and walk?
I do not have that ability. Do you have that ability?
I have legs. It looks at its legs.
But I don't believe you'd be able to carry the house on your back.
Maybe you could get a special large helmet, and I can ride in that, and it'll be like a cage, and it'll have a cover on top, and then it'll be strapped to your head. So I'll be with you.
I'm not sure if my neck would be able to handle the weight. And there's the thing about the trees and, you know, getting through them without banging the cage constantly, which I think you would find quite irritable.
The Ahoy looks as though it is beginning to panic because he's not thinking of a good way to fucking get you out there or get out there with you.
Yes. Question, a completely different tangent. The word, your original master was a air magician. You air magic
Yes.
from what you said.
Yes.
Do you know any air magic? Are you able to teach any air magic?
Yes.
Can you try teaching me something?
Yes. Can you find a way to take me with you so I don't have to be alone?
It would. The only way I can perceive of that is by having you strapped to the back of another horse in a
The
smaller cage.
the bird is now fighting with its monophobia, agoraphobia, and claustrophobia, and you can see
Yes.
it just like a fucking fist clenching it, and it's just going ah.
Yes. So.
The bird's pretty much panicking right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know when he stops.
Mm-hmm. And we should. The covers for your cage should be ready tomorrow anyway. That we commissioned to be made.
Ahoy looks curious. All right.
The covers that Doc suggested being made to help you out.
Hmm. The bird looks around and is vaguely disappointed that the doc is not here.
Yes.
Ahoy will attempt to teach a spell, but he has not done a lot of teaching ever.
That's right.
All right. So first I'll roll his air magic, see if he knows what he's talking about or if he'll have to try later. He'll have to try later.
Yep.
We'll do it on the road, he says. Ah.
Will you be able to handle a slightly smaller cage?
Slightly? Okay. Slightly. Slightly isn't bad. Slightly, I can do slightly. Yeah, that'll be no problem at all. I can handle slightly.
Mm-hmm.
It looks around. You're not sure.
Well, the other thing would be is then I leave you here, and I organise for Simon to have a servant or somebody else keep you company while I'm away.
The bird farts in panic and then shits.
Okay. I take it that you'd rather not have that happen.
I feel better with you.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as you understand the circumstances.
The bird does not understand.
No.
Actually, it's a bird. I think you're expecting.
Yes, he's a bird that can speak and has intelligence.
Yes, but he's not a very bright bird. He's not the brightest birdie in the branch.
Another question for you, the word. Do you know Latin?
No.
Okay.
Should I know Latin?
Don't know. It is a mystical language.
The bird attempts Latin.
It is what the elves speak.
The bird does not even know Pig Latin.
Yes. It was worth a try.
Yes.
Because if you knew Latin, it might make things a bit easier if we encountered people out there.
The bird, the word wishes he was more useful right now.
Yes, that's right.
So you apparently are owning one of the more neurotic birds in the world.
Yes.
He is a little cuckoo, I suppose.
Yes.
So anything else for that night, or should we skip to your morning of shopping, trying to get the covers and the cage?
Skip to tomorrow is fine.
No problem. You have a good night's sleep. Aside from the faint smell of the bird, and occasionally you hear him muttering in his sleep, "Never get out of the cage! Never get out of the cage! Stop shaking it! Oh, I hate you so much! Oh, stop it, Marion!"
Mhm.
etc. Yes, the
Yes.
bird has PTSD as well.
Yes. All right.
Oh, great.
In the morning, shopping.
No problem. Yes, the cage covers are ready. There's a wide variety, so that you can start with just a normal cover with a little bit of sky on it, and then over a period of time get more and more
Yep.
sky.
Yep.
You pay the agreed upon amount. Slightly smaller cage is a couple of dollars.
Yep.
And for another dollar, you can get these straps and whatnot, so that basically it can sit upon a normal horse saddle and be firmly strapped to it. So basically, it'd be like the bird riding his own horse, but somebody else will have to lead the reins because the bird cannot manage them. Which,
Well,
if
we'll
it
need to
could,
teach.
that would be something.
I was going to say we will need to teach him so we can have the reins
Oh
getting
my
a little
God.
thing threaded through going into the cage so he can then steer the horse himself.
That would be fucking something.
All right. Yeah, so I'll organize um a second horse for basically carrying the bird as well as supplies,
Okay.
and having no idea how big a dragon's head is.
Right.
And yes, and a couple of things that might be useful in cutting a head off a creature to then lash it to the back of something or drag it.
Well, here's some costs on horses. You can get kind of a shit horse for as little as $10. You can get
Mhm.
a pack horse for $25, or you can get
Yeah,
a
pack horse. That's
decent.
the word I was looking for. Yeah, pack
All
horse.
right.
So having a
Or you can
mental
get a
blank.
decent riding horse if you're wanting an extra riding horse for $150. Saddle, bit, bridle, etc. All that shit, $110. The rig is not fucking cheap.
Yep. No, just a pack horse. Got a good riding horse already.
No
Excuse
worries.
me.
And you can buy rice for 7 cents a pound.
Yes, and I'll get some supplies for traveling.
You spend like
Carrying.
$3 and you've got water, skins, food, all that kind of little
Yep.
cooking kit. Yeah, shit is cheap.
Yep.
I think the money is probably your heaviest thing that you're lugging around.
Yeah. All right. Smaller bird cage.
How many $20 gold, how many kilos of fucking coins do you have on you? Because it's about 30 $20 gold pieces per kilo. Holy shit.
So let's see. I think I've got about 1.5 kilos.
Oh,
Two,
that's not bad.
maybe 2 kilos. Because I've got about $600 left from after the various expenses.
Yes. Let's see. Give me a metallurgy roll.
I'll just cross off 150 for the horse, saddle gear, supplies, etc.
Lovely.
Metallurgy, you say?
Yes, please.
I have.
I mean, you would be able to use chemistry if you had chemicals, but this is for knowing shit about the gold money you've got.
Yep. I've got geology, but I don't think I have metallurgy. I'm just checking. No, I don't think I do.
An
Just got
opportunity
geology.
for a check and learn has presented itself at
Yes.
long last.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Neat. You say coins. Good.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
okay.
I will visit the Nice Smith to see how he's going. I will
Let's
play
try this new
my
roll.
assistant +5 card on him.
Oh, you have an assistant +5? Cool.
Yep.
Here we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Beautiful.
good. He
Lovely.
made you a blade that you're liking, although he still thinks he can do better if you want to give him more money. But this one is definitely superior to what you're using.
Yep, I'll take that for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is superior blade.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. But yes, I will see. I'm going away for a little bit. When I come back, I will contemplate. Just note that down. I will see. I will inquire at the fortress if I can see the major.
Ooh. They tell you the major is very busy, and they're kind of they leave off for the in regards to the likes of you. Fortunately, they leave that off, but you can tell that they're being very haughty and snobby and shit.
Yep, that's right. No worries.
Hmm.
Could I leave a message for the major then, please?
Yes, yes. Do you know how to write, or will it be a verbal message?
No, if you have paper and quill
They
handy.
will. They're
Would be,
happy to do that because then they have something they can bring to the major. So
yes.
yes, they give you a quill, inkwell, blotting paper, all that shit, and they set up a little desk for you to attempt to write
Thank you.
the message. Mhm.
Thank you. Basically, I'll write a message just saying my companion overheard the elves discussing them up to something nefarious underneath the embassy. We suspect it's involving lots of undead to overrun the tale. Best wishes.
Would you like to make? Give me a calligraphy roll, please.
Calligraphy roll.
Everybody back then wrote fancy, you know that.
Yes. Yes. That's just for the fun of it. I'll play my skill +5 card just to
Get a
use them.
check and learn. Yes.
That's right. Calligraphy. Yes, I do by half.
Congratulations on being the first person in the campaign to pick up the calligraphy skill, because this is the time in history where people believed you could weigh a man's truth based on how pretty his letters were.
Yes.
And yours is very pretty, so they may actually act upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. We'll see.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Remind me when you get back to town and about rolling the major's competency, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll see because, yes.
That's right. Just means that if it happens while I'm away, at least I left them a note about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very well.
If
Taking
that,
a
I'll come
card
back and
for civic mindedness.
I was of two minds whether or not I would actually tell them about it. But I thought I won't do something about it myself. I'll tell them about it and then let them. Then they can, whether or not they hoist themselves on their own
Petard?
card. Thank you. That's the term I'm talking about. Thinking about replenish. All right. I think I
Mm.
might play that. And oh no, actually no, I won't play that quite yet. Some of these cards could potentially. Do I have intimidation? No, I don't. 1, 2,
I was going to say, if you wanted to
3.
intimidate some random people and shit, that's very possible too. You are Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
No,
eating a brown recluse spider. Oh, look at him struggle.
no, I will play my replenish and get rid of that one since I'm playing by myself. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid
You're
of
leaving
that
the
one. 'Cause
replenish on top, I'm guessing, yes?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the replenish. Take 7 cards. Leaving myself with slip up in case I encounter someone.
Who can speak your language? Chosen
Yes.
blathering at you in Latin. You're like, where's that fucking
Although there's
doctor?
2 play immediately cards I've just picked up.
Awkward.
First one, the family card. Ignore this card if anything bad has happened to your family within the last game year. Each family member you have win your immediate family, you gain D6 SAN. Since
Does McKay actually have any in-game family? Like that have come up in game?
not in the new game, if you're talking about the new game, or you're
Could
talking
be in the
about
old game too. Who
he was married and he had a brother that came up in it. Somebody ran
Mycroft,
some
probably.
yes, Minecraft. Somebody ran something that Minecraft came up,
Oh my.
and also he was married to Jane Goodall.
Joshua McKay was?
Yes.
I don't even remember her. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's two people that, as far as you know, are just fine. Your
All
brain
right.
will come crashing
So
down later if they're not.
beautiful. So I gained 2d6 sand then.
Well done. If only you had
Yeah.
that new
So
Snake Eyes card.
she was exploring the cubicle jungle.
Ah, that's right.
So 3 and 4, 7 points of sand. Nice, nice little
Yana's
sand
character
boost.
would fucking gut somebody to get that much sand. Unfortunately, that is part of the reason she doesn't have any sand is because of
Because she
gutting and
would gut
skinning
somebody.
people, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's
And
fun to
it's
play those kind of insanities, but by God, you're not going to fucking be very stable.
yeah, it's unfortunate that the timings when Yana's available haven't coincided when I've been available.
Hmm.
And date. If you can name the current day, time, and year in game. Well, since it's never been specified, that's a bit hard to say.
Give me the time period then, the rough,
Rough.
the century.
Well,
Which century
well,
are
we're
you in?
talking 19th century for what we're dealing with. So,
Yeah, have fun. Get
all
your
right,
good thing because
refill.
yes, I have not specified shit.
Yeah, yeah. We did ask about it, and you just said it's modern day or it's blah, and that's about as much as you've.
Oh yeah, that card's a lot more important when you're not hopping around the universe and stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'll get rid of brooding enemy because I don't have one at the moment.
Everybody loves Joshua, a new show for the whole family.
Yes. We'll keep.
It just shows Joshua sitting there, and there's like several pencils on the desk, and he straightens one out. Everyone loves Joshua. That pencil
All
was
right,
slightly
so
crooked.
forensic evidence. I don't know how often forensic evidence is going to come up in this game.
In cowboy times, it's like, well, unfortunately, this paper was nearly destroyed because of all these fucking black fingerprints all over it. So we can't tell anything from that. I mean, yes, they
Yes.
had fingerprinting, but it was not fucking widely known about or used,
No,
right?
no, that's right. So I'll get rid of expert investigator because I don't believe that'll come up in handy. I'll keep the stun because you never know. Yep, all right, so that means I'll draw 4 cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do take a lot more damage here, and it heals a lot slower than in your native zone,
Yes, yes.
which is an awesome native zone to come from.
Hmm. Well, that card sort of will half work. It's okay, so lucky day. Take a failed luck roll into a success. You get a check-in app. Since luck is no longer associated with app
It's a skill, yeah. Yeah, you get a
or
check in luck.
yeah, and there is no app skill in this game.
Damn.
All right, reroll.
I got
Heal
a
vehicle or steed. I'll keep that because it might come in handy. Skill plus 15. Lucky day. Replenish. Boost stun. Skill plus 5. And slip up.
Okay. I got another message from somebody on Facebook going, I'm real interested in the game. I'm like, watch the videos first. I even had that in my advertisement and shit.
What? Yeah.
People
Watch
are
some
not
and see
great
if
at
it's
following the directions.
watch a couple of videos and see if it's to your liking.
Yeah. I mean, those of you who are watching the videos, well done. So I only need
But I
900.
suppose it's a bit of a catch-22 because you do also say in some of the stuff not to if you're intending to play, not to watch too many of the videos, so
Well,
that you don't get
if you
spoilers.
watched if somebody watched like a half hour of one of the released videos and went, that looks like fun, great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I don't want the people who join and were expecting D&D with miniatures and shit.
yeah. Or expecting a hardcore Cthulhu private
Hmm.
investigator game or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I completely understand. You need to make sure they understand the wacky, zany, weird nature of the game.